time on high Arctic haulers, sparks fly when the Sedna takes on a new chief mate.
I know my shit.
On Baffin Island,
wind east-southeast.
hurricane-force winds
It's gonna get worse and worse.
rip into the schedule.
I'm gonna divert the ship.
And
We're heading to my hometown.
a sea lift rookie
Yellow one. It's the last house.
gets a hero's welcome.
I love Prince. To the moon.
Just south of Montreal, the Sedna de Gagné is back at its home port after a grueling month in the north.
On va travailler à l'aveugle, Chantal, ça fait qu'on va signaler aux radios. On se fait 2 rangées.
First sailing was pretty complicated. There was delays, there was weather, there was ice.
Tout ce qui est la grue là-bas, tout à fait.
Cargo master Josh de Gagné is pushing to make up time. The Sedna is running more than a week behind schedule.
We gotta go, because winter is coming.
Stand by, Remy.
Captain Michel Duplain and his crew are hustling to get out of port as quickly as they can. Stacked full with everything from trucks to equipment for a fish plant. The Sedna was already running behind when the captain's chief mate transferred to another vessel.
I'm not happy with it.
I am our first mate.
To find a new second in command, the captain has called in a favor from head office.
I asked the company, I want this guy as first mate.
They already did like the forward key, right?
This guy is 25-year-old Guillaume Rosso, the youngest chief mate in the entire country.
It's my 6th year up north and my 2nd year as a chief mate. T'as combien de sections de même?
OK.
Guillaume, he's a go-getter. He's quick. He gets things done.
People look at my age and they say, yeah, you're way too young doing it. I know my shit. If I don't know it, I'll learn it. And I'll learn it quick, and I'll learn it better. I just want the job to be done. That's it.
Stand by for hydraulics.
We're closing down the lower hold since it's all full and load some more cargo.
This is all for the cargo.
It's like a big puzzle you gotta figure out. And then when you close the hatches, you're done.
With 10 Arctic communities waiting on 2,600 pieces of cargo, the Sedna needs some luck.
Closing the hatch.
Copy, closing hatch. Okay, clear. Clear.
More delays could mean some towns just won't be reached this season.
104.
The windows are so short to make all the deliveries. The stakes are very high. Can't waste any more time.
"1,800 miles straight north, the Sedna's sister ship, the Zalata de Gagné, is just off Baffin Island.
We're gonna continue on more port side.
41-year-old Captain Jelani Zarouk is another of the Sea Lift's all-stars.
I always like the big boat.
Men like to drive stuff.
000.
Raised in Montreal, he's built his career in the Arctic.
When you go up in the Arctic, it's really breathtaking. You get beauty all around you, man. Even the ice with the different colors, it's like a different planet. You study like this.
Captain Zaruk has been in the Arctic for 8 seasons, but for most on his crew, this will be their first taste of an Arctic sea lift.
The crew is young. We got some new people. I'm gluing everybody together.
Pas trop vite. Non, c'est ça, de s'accrocher, t'as retourné trop vite.
I like to think I'm firm but fair.
5 degrés à droite. C'est bon.
I always try to communicate as the best as I can and to lay down the plan.
For this delivery, Captain Zaruk is heading into unfamiliar waters that only recently opened up for the sea lift.
Kugar, no. For me, it's the first time. That community, it's only been served commercially for, I think, 3 or 4 years. Before was the Coast Guard who used to deliver it.
Down on the deck,
Check the lashings, make sure nothing's moving.
rookie deckhand Simon Kayusak is starting to feel more at home on the ship after a month and a half at sea.
This is my first year. I love it a lot. When I first started, I was a bit nervous, but the captain gave me a lot of hope.
Simon is 19 years old, really good worker, really smart, doesn't get affected by the cold at all. Not even 5 degrees and he's got shorts on.
KGA! Pretty excited.
Simon holds a special place on the ship this trip. He's the only person on the Zalata who can say he's heading home.
The place we're heading next is my hometown. Excited to see my family. My family will be waiting for me.
Simon's hometown is now just 75 miles away. Kugaruk is home to just under 1,000 people. Until 1999, it was known as Pelly Bay. Today, Kugaruk is known by its Inuit name and its traditional way of life.
Up north, we do our hunting for a living.
It's just in our blood. We still like to keep our traditional life, trying to pass it on to the young generations.
This is a spear. It's used to spear the whale.
In the Arctic, most people find it difficult to afford the prices of food. So hunting is a big part of keeping families fed.
The last Norway I caught it was around here.
This meat came from our community in Kugar. We eat it raw.
While the kids learn to live off the land, learning in the classroom hasn't been easy. Last year, the town's only school was destroyed.
We started hearing the siren going on. I went outside and took few pictures and sent them to my grandmother. Just devastating.
For the school's vice principal, it was the worst news possible. The only school in Kugaruk burned to the ground.
I didn't want to believe it. It's gone. Like, gone. I couldn't believe it. Where's my students gonna go now? Where are they gonna get their education?
Since the fire, the community center has been divided up into tiny classrooms 13 grades, 300 kids.
Nothing not open here was a gymnasium. No ceilings. If you're in grade 1, there's grade 2 next door. You could hear them. This is the new building of our school for next year.
The summer after the fire, materials for a new school started arriving on the sea lift.
Is that beam there is going to be a problem.
Sylvain Demare is in charge of the build.
On that side, there's no roof yet. Nothing's been done, so the water is pouring inside quite a bit.
Materials to finish off the roof are on the Zalata, and it needs to get here. Within a few weeks, rain will turn into snow.
When the sea lift is late, basically it delays the whole project. I don't have much time. By the end of October, it'll be 30 below here.
Four hours north on the Zalata de Gagné.
You cannot leave them without no school. School is the base of any community and society itself. We're running into some ice. This is the patch you don't want to go.
To reach her next destination, Kugaruk, the Zalata must move through Pelly Bay, an area sailors call the cemetery of old ice.
Always need to proceed with caution. You don't want to hit it going too fast because it's not the size of the ice. It's the hardness of the ice.
Much of this ice is many seasons old, making it extremely dense and dangerous.
C'est ça que j'ai pas envie d'être dedans. Most of the time, our ships will sink. It's a human mistake. It's pas tough, là. You see that big patch of ice? We leave it to starboard. Non, reste comme ça. Non, steady, steady. You get a piece like this, you're gonna rip the ship apart. Get a piece like this, create some damage for sure. You're gonna rip the ship apart.
280 miles north of the Arctic Circle.
All right.
Captain Jelani Zaruk has slowed the Zalata to a crawl.
See, all over there is blocked, so we're gonna try to zigzag our way.
He's surrounded by growlers in a place known as the cemetery of old ice.
J'ai pas le choix de ralentir assez sinueux puis à zigzaguer.
Satellite charts confirm the ice ahead is only going to get worse.
Even a small thing can damage a ship pretty well, and we're not designed to break the ice.
After 2 hours of trying to find a route through the ice, the captain calls for help.
In the north, you're not the master. You don't control things. Nature controls it. We need an icebreaker.
680 miles southeast, 7 days after leaving Montreal, the fully loaded Sedna de Gagné is pushing north.
Sortira les gars, puis remettront quelques chaînes à gauche et à droite.
I don't want the ship to roll too much because you got deck cargo.
A storm is lashing the ship.
There's too much wind.
Forcing the captain's new chief mate, Guillaume Rousseau, out into the cold to check on the cargo.
We got 2 containers high, and some places 3. And with the waves, everything is possible. Storms aren't fun. When you think the amount of damage you can do to a ship and the cargo. One chain could break and boom, that's it. There's no margin for error. It's gonna get worse and worse.
The Sedna's first offload on this run is only a few hours ahead, in a town known for its punishing winds and breathtaking beauty. Pangnirton is called the Switzerland of the Arctic. Set on the side of a fjord, surrounded by the towering mountains of Baffin Island, the town is the gateway to Inuit National Park. In the deep fjord, there is some of the best fishing in the world.
Nice and fat one. The fisheries helps people of Pangnirton economically and bringing up their own family. Those kids that grow up with fisheries family, they tend to continue their tradition of supporting their own family.
Fishing off Pang for Arctic char and turbot is so good, it's developed into big business in town.
Yeah, nice big one. Roughly 4 pounds.
Today, the commercial fishery brings in millions of dollars a year.
We had over £1 million of char this winter. That's my guess.
Mo Evick has been working in the plant for 3 years. His work boss and girlfriend, Nancy, has been there for 20.
He's my boyfriend. We're not married.
Yeah, take time.
Before I worked here, I was in income support. So I started working here to make my own money to support my son.
Now that son is also working the line at the plant.
When he was in grade 10, he didn't want to go to school anymore. He was just sitting at home, so I asked him, you want to work at the fish plant? 7 to 8 years now, he's been working here too.
It's always good.
Just so proud of him.
The all-Inuit-owned fish plant has revitalized a town that was in serious trouble.
In 1980s, when the fur industry collapsed, community had no other ways of making income. So community got together and worked very hard to make a living off the resources.
Today, 70 fishermen supply the plant, 30 people work to process the fish. It is one of the biggest employers in the region. The Arctic fish is so popular in Asia, they can't keep up with demand. So there are big plans to expand.
We spend over $200,000 for our city supplies.
The fish plant is expecting a new hopper and conveyor machine. It's going to be more fish coming through, faster. It's going to be a lot easier. Easier, faster, better.
The Environment Canada weather condition, Pangnirton, wind east-southeast.
Just outside Pang,
they have gusts up to 80 kilometers an hour.
OK, donc, c'est à fleur d'eau. OK, break ça là.
On va voir de l'autre un peu de suite de chercher.
The mountains of Baffin Island are notorious for winds. During the day, the fjord sucks sea air inland. At night, those winds reverse.
Katabatic winds are warm air that goes up along the side of the mountains during the day. At night, when the air gets colder, they'll transform into winds and it'll just slide down the hill. I hear the roofs are getting blown off the buildings.
No anchor we can hold over there. with those winds. So I'm going to divert the ship to good shelter.
280 miles north of the Arctic Circle.
Entre les deux, là, parce que l'autre aussi, il paraît, il est pas...
The Zalata de Gagne has spent half a day dodging ice, waiting for help.
Oh!
The Coast Guard's here.
This is the captain. Follow my vessel at the speed of about 8 knots.
Yeah, thank you. Correct, hein?
The Zalata is scheduled to be in Kugar by the end of the day.
Now we're in an escort. It makes things easier. So we're just gonna follow the icebreaker to Kugar.
We'll evaluate the condition, and if everything goes well, we may be able to bump up the speed a little bit.
Port 5.
We just exited the ice pack. It is pretty much clear on the way.
Thank you.
Roger that. Have a good day.
We can deliver our cargo to the community.
After picking their way through the ice for 2 hours, the Zalata finally approaches Kugar.
126.
And rookie deckhand Simon preps for his homecoming.
Well, I've been away a little bit over a month and a half now. I'm pretty excited to see my family, my friends, cousins, grandparents.
In Simon's hometown, at the temporary school, they've been counting the hours till the ship arrives.
I'm busy. Everybody's busy. And we're glad we're getting our supplies for this school year.
Since a fire destroyed the only school in town, the Sea Lift has been bringing up supplies for a replacement.
All the students are so excited. Yeah.
As a former student in Kugar,
To be back home.
Simon is excited that it's his ship that's bringing the last load needed to finish the new school.
Where's your hook? That yellow one. It's the last house.
Okay, affirmative.
Kugar, we got a big load because they got some construction, school projects.
With one of the youngest deck crews in the Sea Lift fleet,
You alone?
Captain Zaruk leaves the bridge to supervise the offload of the school supplies.
The other guys are downstairs.
But when you get thrown with a young crew, you need to be aware of everybody all the time. Cranes are moving. Watch the barge. Watch your loading. You just need to keep your focus.
5 more.
Hopefully things are gonna go smooth.
While the Zalata starts moving cargo to the beach in Kugaruk, 680 miles southeast, the Sedna de Gagne returns to Pangerton for a second attempt at an offload after weathering a brutal night in the wind.
C'est beau, hein? Just take a look at that.
I like the feeling in the north. It's Sometimes I think it's the beginning of the world.
Okay, let go.
Roger, let go.
We have a rough sea. That container hit the loader here during the night. I didn't see something like that before.
Okay, to unload the cargo number 2. We got 7 containers.
No, that's gonna be the only one for the moment. Okay, watch out. Deux blocs.
The Sedna crew will need to move 350 tons of cargo.
Good job, guys.
Everything from groceries to boats to parts for the thriving fish plant. The offload must be completed before the end of the day, when the winds are forecast to return.
The wind's gonna get worse. Just trust me.
Okay, number 3.
One more. We got a good momentum going, unloading efficiently. You're gonna unload it as fast as you can, as safely as you can.
Okay, vas-y, fort.
Ça marche-tu, Alex?
No.
Down in the hold, they've run into a problem.
Truck won't start. Don't know why.
A pickup truck is blocking access to 2 containers that must go to shore.
Moi, je gosse après l'alternateur. Il y a le fil qui est à côté. C'est lui, on s'entend. C'est lui, hein?
L'alternateur.
C'est ça. Puis là, le starter. That truck is not working at all. It's an electrical issue. Mais il n'y a pas de contact. Fait que Pasteur a dit que c'est l'affaire des fois qu'on check le starter.
Until they can get the truck moved, the offload is at a full stop.
Gotta find a way to pull it where the crane can hook it up.
With the clock ticking and the winds getting stronger,
Valuable time that could have been used to unload cargo.
the new chief mate needs to find a solution fast.
So we're gonna try to shake the starter just to get the engine running. It's very tight. Gars, la tournée!
Okay.
Go! Go! Ah, move.
J'ai la clé tournée pour le starter, il se passe rien.
OK. Ah.
We're getting delayed right now.
Capitaine, êtes-vous à l'écoute?
Oui, Bridge.
Ouais, c'est pour vous dire que là, on a un truck, là, c'est un trouble électrique. If something doesn't work, I won't be like the shy guy just mumbling around and just it won't work. No, I'm gonna go tell him. I'm gonna try to use that screwdriver to spark it on the starter.
He does what most of the time what I tell him to do, how to do it.
OK.
But he also has his own opinions.
Attends un peu. 1, 2, 3, go vers ça. OK, lance la clé. Oh! Ah! Whoa!
And Pangerton, the sea lift has transformed the town into a playground.
I like the sea lift because they bring in all the food, the cars, almost about everything.
But offshore on the Sedna, Chief Mate Guillaume Rousseau
Ah! Non, moi, faut que j'arrête ça là. Wow, c'est en feu, ça.
isn't having any fun.
Viens la clé!
Wait!
He's trying to move a pickup truck that won't start.
It's really the worst place it could have been. on top of a container.
The offload has stopped, and the captain has taken notice.
He just wants to know what's the delay. And I see that he's stressed. Give me the wrench! At every point of our job, it's a challenge. You gotta find solutions quickly.
OK, la merde. OK, on le pousse. On a réussi à le virer sur le neutre, fait qu'on va le tirer, puis une fois qu'on le tire, on va être correct. Can you set up the nets right in front of the wheels, please?
We get some slings. Alexandre goes on the lift.
Watch out, move out a bit. We gotta be really careful.
And super slowly, we get the truck to roll on the nets.
OK, that's it, stop. Arrête, arrête. OK. Watch out.
When I see a kid who's interested in learning, being good at his job, yeah, I encourage him. He becomes a protege. Guillaume, as first mate, he's very dedicated. To work with people like that is fun.
We got these small losses of time, but we always find a solution. I think I burned my clothes. Yeah, I burned my clothes.
And sometimes, you know, it's real pain. But that's the fun part, you know, trying to figure out how you're gonna do it.
With the truck moved, the community's biggest delivery is brought to shore.
Busy day, sealed day. Everybody's excited because we need a lot of supplies for us to keep going.
$200,000 worth of fish processing equipment, a conveyor belt, a hopper, and shipping supplies.
We need the boxes to ship them anywhere in the world.
Without them, we won't be able to ship anything out. That 1.1 million pound of turbot has to be shipped out from the community to Asia.
We have our supplies now for us to keep working. It's going to be a good year.
With the last few containers off the ship,
William, your copy?
Ready to go.
Okay, thank you.
the sea lift is now complete.
We're just happy this is done, and we're not as late as I thought that they would be. It's a good feeling.
The Sedna has beat Pangnerton's winds thanks to some quick thinking from the captain's new chief mate.
I'm at my 18th trip. I can remember every trip I did. Everything that happened had something to do with how I am now. Every bad experience, I've taken it as a good one. It comes from my dad. He's the one that taught me to work.
I'm very happy with Guillaume. At some points, it makes me think of me there when with a young mate.
As the Sedna slips out of Pangnerton, the Zalata is still working through its offload in Kugar.
Two containers right by the schoolyard, please.
The new school still doesn't have a sealed roof. The project's lead, Sylvain Demer, is getting impatient.
I'm counting how many parcels are left. How many are coming still on the sea lift? I'm still waiting for 170 out of 400.
How many more? 5 total counting the
We have a lot of supplies on the ship for the new school, and I'm pretty proud of it.
It was Simon Kayosak's school that burned down. Now, his town is depending on the sea lift rookie and the rest of the crew to finish Kugar biggest sea lift ever and get the brand new school up and running.
Is it good on your side?
Yeah.
Simon has been delivering cargo all day, paired with another rookie, tugboat captain Samuel Fortin.
I just started this year. I like it. Sometimes it's harder, depends on the water, the load that you got, the tugs that you got. Un dernier container, puis that's it.
C'est bon. Sam is the first time the captain, which is a bit, I don't say overwhelming, but it's our job because you always need to see what the next move is and be alert.
Next barge, go ahead. You gotta watch yourself, gotta be careful. Pay attention. If you don't look for a second, that's when the accident occurs.
And by late afternoon, as the winds pick up, the rookie crew faces a new test.
But it's super hard to turn because the wind and the current.
The tug and barge must remain in a narrow channel between large rocks leading to the beach. A mistake here will put a dent in the sea lift and Simon's homecoming.
It's really hard to control your toe. It's too dangerous when you get on the rocks.
In Kugar,
too dangerous. Won't get in the rocks.
The last of the school supplies are just 200 yards from shore.
The barge is coming up and down.
Winds and strong currents are testing the rookie tug crew.
I don't think you could go too close to the shore.
But Simon grew up in Kugar. He knows the surrounding waters well.
Helping him signal directions.
With a fully loaded barge, there I can see absolutely nothing. So Simon really gave me a good hint of where I'm supposed to go. It's pretty useful.
The two rookies lean on each other to bring the tug and cargo safely to shore.
That was pretty bad.
We got some containers yesterday, we got some lumbers. I haven't seen the roofing material yet.
For the guy in charge of building the new school,
lots of blue, it's good. Blue means stuff is coming in.
the next few weeks are crucial to get the job done.
Right now it's picking up. I guess all my stuff was at the bottom of the sea lift. It's here. This is what I need. That's a relief. Within the next week, we'll have this building sealed tight, and then we can concentrate on the interior too. We can finish the roof.
In all, the sea lift has delivered 198 sea cans and 303 crates, stuffed full of material needed to finish the school.
Another successful sea lift.
Yeah. This is it. This is our last barge.
As the last barge is brought to shore, Simon gets a hero's welcome on the beach.
Good to see my baby. I'm really happy to see him.
Happy, excited.
Come walk to me. Welcome back.
The sea lift rookie left Kugar 6 weeks ago. Since then, he's traveled thousands of miles through the north, helping to make sure the Arctic has what it needs to thrive.
No, you got that.
Oh, it's good to see my family. I love you. Love you too.
For what he's doing for himself, I'm really, really, really proud of him.
Come with me. Welcome.
For Simon, the pressure of the sea lift means the homecoming party can't last. The ship has more communities to resupply.
It's a lot of fun working on a ship. I got a great captain, great friends, and I love my job, and hopefully I can come back next year.
The rookie leaves his hometown a hero on shore and on ship.
And I'm very, very proud of him. I love him. To the moon.
Kugar, he went pretty fast and actually really performed well because I don't think we could do it even faster with a most experienced crew, so pretty good job. The crew is getting some colors. They're not that green anymore.
The roofers are here now, so it's actually progressing very well. So we should have this roof watertight within the next couple of days.
Oh, school supplies.
Yes.
It's gonna be like Christmas and they're gonna be excited. And hopefully we have enough supplies until we get to our new school.
Since the town lost their only school to fire, it hasn't been easy. But like most people in the Arctic, the kids and the teachers have adapted.
It was so hard, but we made it, working together. Kindergarten, look at what we got. Dogs.
Pinball.
It's real. It's not a dream. The whole community is excited. Crying. Happy tears.
Next time on High Arctic Haulers.
Bridge.
A disaster at sea floods the Sedna, pushing the crew to an Arctic breaking point. And one community that's big on sport.
This sport changed my life.
While the sea lift faces off against a dying hurricane.
Change of plan. We are too late to do the delivery.